Welcome to session 3 of the choice experiment. I'm so excited. I'm going to hang tight here before we rev up and get started and give everyone some space and time to come and join us. So we had a little bit of a tech issue go on with the connection between Zoom and Facebook Live. So we're shooting this entire session and interacting this entire session here, right here in our Facebook group, okay? So you are in the right place. Say hello to me, drop in and tell us where are you coming from. I also, and I'm gonna prompt you a few times, I also want you to drop in, hey Holly, I'm so glad you guys are all here. I put a little sign up on Zoom. We're gonna give everybody a minute to acclimate and come together. There was also a little bit of a musical snafu with the way that Facebook was interacting with music. So I'm gonna sing you a little something in the beginning of our session today. And we're gonna have a yummy, delicious, really, really expansive session. I can feel it. Session 3 is a very pivotal session, and I'm really pumped for it. So give yourselves a minute. I'm gonna give you guys a minute, and then we're gonna kind of dive in and get started in the epicness that is session 3, choice experiment. Today's actual topic is understanding and releasing resistance, and finally seeing what's stopping you from all the stuff you want in column 3. So what I want you to do while we're giving everyone some time to hang out and come on is I want you to drop in our chat a statement or a piece of what you wanted in column 3, right? So I want you to actually drop in present tense right now. I'm so glad you guys are here. I want you to drop in present tense right now. My business is thriving and I just booked a huge speaking gig. I'm so excited that I got the promotion in my company. I feel so pumped. My partner and I are so connected. We love our date nights. I feel so calm and peaceful because I get to choose. My boundaries are the best thing I've ever done for myself. I have so much energy. I made these up, but these are examples of what it means to decide where you want to be and how you want to feel in column 3 and claim it, right? And claim it in the present tense. So I'm asking you to do this for multiple reasons. We're in session right now. Let's do this. Let's engage. Let's show up. I haven't forgotten about singing, don't worry. So I want to see right now, go ahead and drop in our last session homework, growth work, was what do you want and how do you want to feel, in addition to the gratitude work in the morning. So right now, I want you to drop in, right? No, there's no choice experiment Facebook page, Karen. That's not part of this. So there's nothing happening in a choice experiment Facebook page. That's something that we did last time. That's not part of this time. Right now, I want you guys to drop in directly here where I can see you typing and share with us something that you put in column 3. Okay? I want everybody to drop it in. Something you put in column 3. Write it in the present tense. I want to connect and I want to know what's going on for you. Thank you, April, kicking it off. I'm a super present mom and I'm rocking the homeschool thing. Awesome. Keep going, everybody. I want to see more. I want to see more comments. This is really important. This is part of our session today. So go ahead and drop in. Good. I have a loving, healthy relationship with my 26-year-old son. Yes, good. Keep going. Keep going. You guys are on here. Share what we're doing right now. You're dropping in. You're saying, hi, hi. I'm in a new school and working towards a new career I love. Okay, awesome, wonderful. Keep going, keep sharing, keep telling us. I want to know. Come on, I'm going to wait. So while you guys are hopping on and coming on, we are doing this here. There were some tech issues with Zoom, so I'm going to cushion our start, right? I'm going to kind of move a little slower in the beginning because I want everyone to be able to come on and engage. And with these, sometimes there's just tech issues. Sometimes Facebook has stuff go on and Zoom has stuff go on, so we ebb and flow, which also means me playing music at the start of this wasn't going to happen, so I'm going to sing for you instead in a moment. All right, let's see. Elizabeth, I love being free of self-doubt, self-loathing, and inaction. Okay, now I want you to go deeper than that because that's not really who you are on the other side of this, right? So now that you're not allowing and choosing all of those things, what's happening for you? Ray Beth, I want to feel respected, came up for a couple columns. Okay. But also that's a feeling. What's happening in your life? What's happening in your life, Ray Beth, in some of those categories? And I want is not present, meaning it's not in the present tense. And the feeling of disrespect is coming from you. It's not coming from anybody else. So I want you to dig harder. Holly, I am a peaceful, present, appreciative parent. I lightened up. I enjoy my boys and they see it. Amazing. Amazing. That is, I want you guys to just kind of look at that as a template, right? I'm a peaceful, present, appreciative parent. You're not going to say I lightened up. I am light. I'm enjoying my boys and they see it, right? How great does that feel, Holly? I want to know how it feels to do that. No one's behind. I'm kind of cushioning this on purpose so we can start a little bit slower because of a little bit of a snafu, but it doesn't matter because you guys, this is what it means. And this is like a super surface. Tech issues is a surface non-problem, right? But this is an example of, okay, so there was tech stuff go on. Big deal. We ebb, we flow. Doesn't impact how I'm feeling. Doesn't impact how epic our session's going to be. Doesn't impact how present we all are, right? Okay, right, Holly, amazing in all caps, right? You are getting a taste of what it means to, number one, speak in the present moment as if it's already happened, because that's one of the ways that you hack your mind. You are now in the emotion of how good it feels to live in that vision. And now you're going to be able to, through the course of this session, future sessions, and the ongoing work, live in alignment to what it is you want, okay? Okay, so... all right, I am enjoying time with my daughter and feel at peace, allowing her to have her own journey and see her mother be happy. Oh, that's so amazing, right? Okay, good. What else do we want? What else is part of the vision? Having you guys break down through the I get to choose questionnaire, right? And articulate where you want to be and how you want to feel is creating your vision. Right? That's what you're essentially doing. And when you have a vision, for those of you who caught my live show this morning, Mindset Coaches Walk Into a Bar, we were talking about vision and alignment. If we don't have a vision, then we don't know where we're going. It's like getting in your car and putting, I don't know, into your GPS. Where are you going to go? You're going to go nowhere, right? So it's about knowing this is where I want to go. This is how I want to feel. And then what is becoming your vision is then how you align. Then it is how you actually create that reality. In order to have the reality that you want and experience it the way that you want it, we have to declare and claim it as what we want, right? And then we have this vision, and then you're going to learn alignment, how to align your beliefs and thoughts and words and actions and focus and attention and behavior up into this magnificent vision that you've created through the course of doing this work, okay? Okay, cool. Let's see. Ray Beth, I'm working with and helping people I really like. Good for you. Awesome. What else do you want? Keep going. All right. So now I had put a little sign up on our Zoom. We're going to get out of there. And, okay, Karen, I'm reducing time on business and using that time for fun and enjoyment. Amazing. And how does that make you feel? How does that make you feel? Okay. I am going to get out of our Zoom room here. I just put a sign up. Okay, now we are where we need to be. And now I also can bring up the in our group so that I can see all your comments. Hold on. All right, guys. Here we go. So now we're like diving into the session. That was a little interlude. Okay. All right, cool. I'm here. I see this. Okay. So as we continue to dive in, I want to welcome you to session 3. And because of our technological issues and inability to play music, I have a little small, beautiful gift for you because this was the song I intended to play. I'm going to take a second because I usually cry through this. Okay. These are days you'll remember, never before and never since. I promise Will the whole world be warm as this? And as you feel it, you'll know it's true, that you are blessed and lucky. It's true that you are touched by something that'll grow and bloom in you. There you go. These are Day's 10,000 Maniacs. There is our musical intro. Woo! Those words, you are touched by something, okay? Everything will grow and bloom in you. You have everything you need inside of you to create and experience and be and do and have and feel how you want to feel. That's what life is about. That's what this journey is about. That's what I mean when I tell you everything comes out of you. Stop looking for the external fix. Stop looking for the 10 steps to. Stop looking for the strategy. Look inward and start to access this inner power which you already have through this journey. Okay? Okay. Whew. Now let's dig into session 3. This song always makes you cry. Yeah, I sang it at my best friend's wedding years ago, and then at another best friend's wedding recently. Okay, so now we're diving into session 3. You guys have started to share a little bit about what you have claimed for yourselves in column 3. So far on this magnificent journey, you have started to, session 1, breathe. Your breathing alarms, okay? Continue to honor those. It is everything. Without awareness and noticing, you will never be able to feel different, be different, or create different, okay? And then we also identified in column 1 where we are and where we're how we're currently feeling in our lives. Then in session 2, we added on appreciation, gratitude, presence, compassion in the way that we wake up in the morning and being really, really intentional. No phones for the first little while, and really, really connecting and bringing into our hearts and into our bodies and our minds and our souls a deep appreciation for the beautiful day that we have, because the way you start your morning is the biggest influencer you'll ever have on your life and how you thrust yourself into the day. And then you guys got to go into column 3 and decide where you want to be, right? Where you want to be in the areas of your life, business, relationships that you're focusing on, and how you want to feel. And that's how we started this session. You were dropping in the comments, and feel free to, because we're going to play with this stuff. This is part of this next work we're doing. Share with us in the present tense what it is you're creating, because all the stuff you put in column 3 becomes your vision. And that's how we know where we're going. It becomes the North Star. It becomes the barometer against which we make all choices, so that we can always, always create the blueprint of our life, which is essentially what it becomes. Okay? Okay, so I'm going to pause. Give me some love. Give me some hearts. Give me some something. Tell me what's going on for you guys. Let's see. Brenda, chills. You are reaching us from your inner being, and words from the heart touch the heart. Yes, thank you so much. You get me. Hey, Tony, tried the no phone thing in the morning. So crazy how it becomes part of your routine. Thank you for that honesty. The vulnerability, right? It's so true. That's why it's an addiction. It really is. That's also why with our kids, which I won't go on my soapbox rant right now, it's so important to give them boundaries with it, right? Because for us, we grew up in a time where we didn't have phones. So the fact that we roll over and we're so dependent on it, the dopamine hits that we get, this is what happens in our brain. That's what addiction comes from. Your phone addiction is no different than a cocaine addiction or an alcohol addiction or a food addiction or a shopping addiction or anything else. Right? So I'm really proud of you for doing that, Tony, and everyone. And I want you to continue to do that, because I promise you, over time, the feeling you get from not rolling over and grabbing it and creating some space and sitting with your coffee or with your journal or just being in your bed for a little while gives you so much back that you'll never want to go back to your old ways of doing it. Because that's also what happens with new choices. When you make new choices, you gain new evidence of what it feels like or what your results are. And when you have that new evidence, that's what actually creates momentum to continue to shift and change. Because nothing feels better than growth. Nothing feels better than your own evolution and enlightenment. And that's essentially what we're doing here. Yes, yes. You're also working on the no phone thing. You spent less time on it yesterday, and it was so great. It was so great what I didn't miss. Even when the moments seem really small, those are the best ones, right? Because when you're on your phone, you're not hanging out with anybody. But again, I'm not going to turn this into a full phone conversation, but I will at some point come back and do that. Robin, I'm creating my life, not the life others seem to think I need to do and have. Amen. That was also part of column 3. Not what your kids want, not what your partner wants, not what your parents told you needed to want, not what your religious leaders are influencing you to believe, not what the other people and your besties are doing. You, specifically you. You are 1 in 400 trillion. Every single one of you. Just like you have a unique fingerprint. You get to want what you want the way you want it, and it is no one's business what that looks like or what you choose. Are you with me? Okay, good. Yay, yay, yay. Okay, so now we are going to continue and roll into what our real intention and what today's session is all about. And I know you're here. I'm grateful you're here. Play with me, all right? When I prompt you, respond, okay? When I ask you for some love, you give me something, okay? All right, Tony, if we start making those choices for ourselves and creating our lives for ourselves, what about the lives for our families, our kids, and the life we have built now? This may have been our reality now, but maybe our choices and visions have changed. Life was so much easier living for me myself, and I am personally missing that life. Thank you for that. I'm going to spend just a few minutes here because I'm sure that Tony's speaking for many of you, right? So there's a few ways I'm going to take this since we're not voice to voice. The first thing is, so what happens when you start to choose yourself again? What happens when you start to put up those boundaries? What happens when you say, you know what, I might have created this dynamic, but I'm no longer available for this? Everyone will be fine, okay? Yes, they might not like it. There might be some resistance on their behalf because things, they are a-changing, right? But that's okay. That's okay, because the biggest gift, the truth here, you guys, the biggest gift in the long run that you will ever give all those people that are currently in the beautiful reality you created, your spouse, your kids, your friends, your businesses, all that stuff, right? The biggest gift you can give is dropping into who you really are, what you really stand for, who you are, your truth, no longer censoring yourself. Dropping all the weight and the burden of the people pleasing and the controlling and the being all things and this kind of like, I imagine it like 15 to 20 plates circling all around us, right? And we're like, no, got it. And that kind of life, the kind of reality that you might be in, that you want to get back to, like you were saying, Tony, this missing that life, right? Where you can do for you. And it's actually part of the goal, because that becomes the gift. When you are dropped into honoring yourself, then you actually show up as the best version of yourself for everybody else. Our kids, your kids right now, your spouse, your business partners, your colleagues, your team members, anyone that applies to you as you're thinking about your individual landscapes of your life, are ultimately not getting the best you right now. They're getting a resentful, triggered, depleted, exhausted, right? Unhappy, waiting for something else to happen, questioning you. When, as you do this work, like, and you really do this work, you commit, because you know that you don't want to go down like this, and you don't want to spend the remaining, God willing, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years of your life feeling the way you're feeling today. You don't need to miss out on your old self. You get to create your life and how you want to feel right now forever. And that's the gift. And I know that this might be new for some of you, and we weren't raised to think that, but the whole thing of what we're trying to do is get rid of all of the old beliefs and disempowering worldviews and ways of being that were thrusted upon us. Now you're going to evaluate and identify and choose for yourself what is in alignment with who you want to be and how you want to feel and what you want this magnificent life to look like for yourself. And you will move through the support of this community, through me as your coach. You will move through how other people respond to that. And that's none of your business. Because ultimately, the way to show up for this magnificent life is to do this work of you first, and then everybody else gains as a result. Because now you're happy, you're vibrant, you're energetic, you're radiant, you're peaceful, you're at ease. You're not giving fucks away left and right? You are in the truth of the abundance and the presence of flow that is life. And that's where we get to go, right? Thank you for that gift, Tony. That was incredible. Incredible, incredible, incredible. Okay. Let's see what we've got here. I'm just checking some of our comments to make sure that we're on track, and then we're going to go into the work of today. Kylie, I've been practicing not touching your phone for the first part of the day. It helps a lot. Yes, it does. Hi, Jane. Kelsey, that's a huge happening for me right now. I've actually been in therapy for that, and I've made good progress. Awesome. It's resulted in some fights with others, but they've been a conversation. I'm finally comfortable having it without feeling guilty or worrying about how anyone else is feeling. Thank you. You get to think of yourself first, and I know that that's a foreign concept too. Ashley, we can give ourselves what we need, 100%. When you hang out with me long enough, you will realize that you are your own validation. You are your own approval, right? That you are the most important relationship you'll ever have in your life, and your opinion is the loudest opinion that we need to be listening to. Okay, so much truth. Yes, resentful. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so now let's dive into what we're going to do in our session today, okay? Okay, I'm so excited. So I always write notes for you guys. We're teaching, we're in class right now. So session 3 is understanding and releasing resistance, and finally seeing what's stopping you from experiencing what you want, which basically means what's stopping you from that magnificent column 3, which is also where you start to learn what your beliefs really are and what kind of mindsets you live in and how you really think, right? Right, okay. So the first thing, you've noticed there's this format here. We have a new exercise of the day, and then we do something that has to do with this worksheet. So I want to dive into, what am I giving you today? That's going to add on to, okay, you're breathing throughout the day, you're honoring it, you're doing it, right? You're getting up in the morning, you're thankful, you're intentional, you're bringing gratitude into your heart and your body. Delicious. What an epic way to start your day. And now we're going to add something on. The fun about this is that you only have to actually do the action once, and then you get to review it because it's going to sit there for you. So as you all know, my best-selling book is called Worthy Human. And the concept and the basis is you are enough, you always have been, you always will be. Yes, we might have believed based on how we were raised that things that happened to us, people that said things to us, occurrences that went on prior to today actually had the ability to influence your worth and your enoughness. But that's not true. Okay, that's what we used to believe. We used to allow those things to impact whether or not we felt good enough. However, we are born enough. You are worthy, deserving, and enough. Just like you were born pure and lovable and significant, and you matter. There is never anything you need to do to be enough. It is part of who you are. It is inherent. It is your birthright. And we are done playing the game of I'm not enough. Because when you play the game of I'm not enough, you find evidence to support that terribly disempowering story. And that's all that it is. It's a story. It's a belief. It's a thought process that you keep welcoming in, and we're done with that now. All right, I want you to start commenting before I show you this part of the exercise. We are done playing the game of I'm not enough, because the longer you make your worth negotiable, the harder and farther you will be from who you want to be and how you want to feel in this life, and we're not going to be available for that. So right now, drop in the comments, yes, you're on board, no, I'm not, give me some hearts, give me some faces. Let me know you're with me. Let me know that you're picking up what I'm putting down here. So I'm going to hang tight. Drop it in the comments. And I understand it might still feel real for you, that what happened to you, the trauma you suffered, the abuse you endured, the thing that somebody said to you, the day that you were left at school till 9 o'clock at night and then your parents finally realized that they forgot about you, right? Or whatever else went on, because we all have traumas and wounds on the spectrum of big trauma and little trauma. And it doesn't matter whether it's big trauma or little trauma. None of it influences your worth. That is only the way you think about it. Okay? And we get to be done with that. Good. Yes, you're done with me. Okay, good. On board. Yes, yes, yes. I'm waiting. I love this. Let's have the energy and the engagement, right? We're done. And yes, it is as simple as making a decision. Your body might not believe it yet, and that's okay, because a new belief system takes time to practice, to re-embed and reprogram. But with the power of a new decision, you know what you're aligning to. Okay, good. You understand. Yes, good, good, good. All right, so now here is the exercise, and we're going to go on a field trip in my house. You guys want to go on a field trip in my house? Because I have to show you this. Because when I say to you, there is nothing I give you, teach you, or coach you that I haven't either done personally on myself, isn't my own personal practice, or isn't something I've given to a student or client, right? Okay, so here's what we're all going to be doing. You are enough. Oh, Meg, hello. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. No longer an issue. That's right. It's no longer an issue because you showed up in the choice experiment and you did the work. It's no longer an issue for you because you joined Mind Magic and you're now a mind magician and you're not available to ever believe anything different about yourself ever again. Okay, good, good, good. All right, so we're going to go on a field trip. You guys ready? Because I'm going to show you what your exercise is. This is so fun. Okay, good. Hey, Joanna. Okay, we're all in, right? It's our job to know our worth. Nobody else. And your worth is part of your birthright. So we're going on a field trip right now. We're walking through my house. Hello, house. Look, I'll show you. That's where the magic happens. Look at my new kindness pillow. Look, I'm showing you guys. Hold on. See that new? Isn't that so cute? Okay, anyway. So now back to the part of the story that you need to know. So here's the assignment. Oh, we're in my bathroom. Okay. You are going to get a dry erase marker or a wet erase marker. And on every mirror in your house, you are going to do this. See this? You are literally going to write on every mirror in your house, and write it on the windows if you want to also. See, this is my side of the sink. This is David's side of the sink. This is my side of the sink. Okay? And I want you to write it. I also put that on mine. Limitless. Okay? I am enough. And every day that look, you're with me. You see me? We're all together. Do you see what we're doing? And every day I come here and I brush my teeth and I look up at that. And this is part of your work too. And I look up at it and I pause and I look at it and I connect to it and I feel it. Right? Valerie, you must listen to Marissa Peer. Oh, not only listen to, she is a personal mentor of mine. I was trained by her in rapid transformational therapy in person for 2 weeks, and she's one of my favorite people in the world. So I am enough on your mirror right in front of you, okay? And when you see it, here's the other kicker. It's not just about writing it. Every time you see it, when you brush your teeth, you look at it, you connect to it. You look up at it and you say, I am enough. Yeah, I absolutely am. I always have been and I always will be, and I let that in. And that's how you start to work the work, okay? So now, hold on. Back. Hello, I'm going to show you it one more time because I'm not kidding. Here it is again. This is one of my kids' bathrooms, okay? I am enough. There it is. Boom. Everywhere, okay? Now, at first my kids saw that. They were like, what is that about? And I say to them, don't worry. Don't worry. You don't need to be okay with it. You don't need to do anything with it. Just let it sit there. And you know what? It bleeds right in, because one of the laws of your mind, okay, is that, hold on, I'm putting us back on our tripod now. One of the laws of your mind is that it communicates with images and words, okay? That's actually how you collaborate with your mind. I'm plugging our power back in. All right, here we go. Okay. And when you put something in front of you, right, which essentially is an affirmation, it's a power statement, and you put it in front of you and you put it where you see it every single day and you can pay attention to it and you let it in and you remember. It also connects you to the work. It brings you more consciously to the fact that you're doing growth work. You're on a personal development journey, right? So this is that assignment. Do you guys have any questions about this? Do you have any questions about your worth being influenced? Do you understand? So the initial assignment is get it up on your windows and mirrors. Use a dry erase marker or a wet erase marker. I love wet erase because it just comes out easier and like clearer. And then every day, connect to it. Look at it. Allow it to seep in. Because the truth about you is that you are enough. And the other truth is in order to reach the capacity to run your mind, to set the boundaries, to prioritize yourself, to take the action, to feel your feelings, to allow yourself the space to know that it's safe to dream, to create, to think bigger than you've ever thought before, it all starts with unwavering belief in your worth, your value. You are enough. You are worthy. You are powerful. You get to choose. That's how you step into the power position in your life. Okay, I'm going to check comments, but please let me know what's going on. I either want to hear a yes, I'm good, or give me a bunch of hearts or something, because I really want to understand, that you guys are picking this up. Oh, and yes, you are going to share that. So once you do this for yourselves, don't do it right now because I'm not done coaching and teaching you. But then I want sharing because there's going to be another engagement prize that's given out tomorrow, and I'll explain what engagement means. But I want everyone posting the pictures of I am enough. I want to see them all throughout our group. Do it, take a picture of it, post it in our group. Okay? All right, let's see what else we got. Good. D. All right, Valerie. Okay, April. Kelly, you love this. You also love that your kids will see it. Of course. Like I said, the best gift you could ever give your kids is doing the work of yourself. There was a graphic that I posted recently, and I think it was something like, the best thing you can do for me is work on you. And the best thing that I can do for you is work on me. It gives me the chills just saying it. Right? Okay, good. You're going to do it. You have the markers ready. Sweet. LOL. My kids are going to think I'm cray-cray. But the funny thing is, it's just the opposite. This will be my first step in the direction of return. Amen. And if your kids don't think you're crazy and your kids don't hate you, then you're not parenting them properly. I firmly believe that. Okay. Not all the time, but it's not supposed to be sunshine and roses in parenting. Okay. So, shall we continue? Are you guys with me? Good. Chalkboard for positive quotes. That's great too. Right now, this is about your worth. I need it to start to seep in. Okay? Okay. So, shall we keep going? We shall. So now I want to talk about, because this session is also about understanding and releasing resistance. Okay? What is resistance? Resistance is fear. Okay? Resistance is how your mind and body tries to stop you when you're entering in to the unfamiliar and the unknown. Okay? So resistance is what happens when your nervous system and your mind goes into a fear space, right? And resistance, when you're doing this kind of work, can look like, I don't want to do this anymore. This is too hard. It could be headaches. It could be other physical ailments. It could be your mind trying to convince you that you're not capable of change. It can be, I know I started this choice experiment, but I don't really have time for this. It could be a whole host of things. Anything that is resistant to what you are intending to do is fear. Okay? It is resistance because your mind is wired to keep you alive. Did you get that? Your mind is wired to keep you alive. And anytime you think about or start to do something unfamiliar, which all of this work is, our entire time together is unfamiliar. So as soon as you start to do this work, right, that's why when you're starting to change, let's say you set a New Year's resolution, right? And you're like, yeah, and you go gangbusters and you're kicking ass for a week and a half, and then you just fall off and you're just like right back to the way you used to be, right? Because resistance won in that situation. The fear of change won in that situation. And that only happened because you weren't hanging out with me, really. And you weren't doing the work of your mind. Because when you know and you realize you're not your mind, you are the being and the director of this magnificent, greatest tool any human being can ever have, then you are the one that's in charge. You are the one with the agency to make the choices needed. And you know how to recognize your resistance, right? You know that you have a reason you are here. You know you want to feel calmer, be a better parent, make more money in your business, start the business, leave a marriage, attract the right person in your life, leave stress and worry and overwhelm behind, and be joyful and happy. You want to know that you can achieve your capacity. Whatever it is that brought you here, stay connected to that, because the resistance is going to come up. So many people start with great intentions and allow their nervous system, their old story, and their mind to take them out of the game and to take them off track. And those are the people that don't get to where they want to go, that don't feel how they want to feel, that will sit and hope and wish and pray for the rest of their lives for things to be different. But you know what? It never will be, because they didn't do the work. And part of doing the work means recognizing your resistance. I'm going to give you a little 3-step process to work through your resistance, because I will always serve you, right? To recognize the resistance, to move through the resistance, and to understand, okay, cool. So anytime I don't feel like it, anytime my mind's giving me I don't have time for this, anytime I go to sit down to really work through what the work I'm about to give you, and you get a headache, right? Or your stomach hurts, that's resistance. Okay, I'm going to pause. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Give me some love in here. Let me know. I want to see a bunch of yes, 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 or I want to have some questions. You guys, there's no judgment. Go vulnerable. What do you not understand about what I'm saying? What other examples do you need to have? I don't want to move forward until I make sure that you are getting this. So go ahead, I'm waiting. Type it in. Let me know. Yes, 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 or not sure. What kind of resistance have you experienced? What kind of things has your mind already tried to do to get you to stop continuing this magnificent gift of, taking your life back? I'm gonna wait. Keep going. Keep going. Yes. 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 Good. Good. Yes. 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 I love it. Yes, I sure do. Okay, good, good, good. I am with you. I am with you. Yes, you can use Post-it notes. Let's see. Kelsey, get uncomfortable and then feel the freedom and comfort that comes after that. Yes, because the more comfortable you get with the fact that you're not going to be comfortable, now you're going to hit the promised land. I experience discomfort every single day. Every day. I described it in the live this morning as like these little fireflies that kind of like go through my body. Sometimes my knees get weak. Sometimes my body feels constricted. But I always know it's resistance, because I'm constantly in a growth mode, because I'm growing. I'll be clear about this too. You're either growing or you're dying. There is no gray. You are either growing because you're deciding to enlighten, evolve, change, heal, shift, expand, and it's in a forward-moving growth progress direction, or you're dying. You're stagnant. You're not changing, and you're just waiting to, like, literally, that's it. You're just dying. There's nothing happening. It's growth or death. Okay. Let's see it. I love this. Luciana, I'm constantly in a state of fear. Let's shift that, okay? Like just the language piece. And the thing about, there's so many places I want to go with this. Has that been your whole life? What happened to you that created this constant state of fear? And the more you do this work, and yes, when Mind Magic Enrollment opens, you can enroll in that, because throughout the course of that 10 weeks, we actually spend over 2 weeks just on fear. Because fear is the underpinning of every block that every human being has everywhere. Every single thing that's going on for you deduces down to you're afraid of something, which is very natural, because your mind uses fear like an undercover agent to get you to stop doing things. Your mind uses fear to keep you safe and small, because in that moment, your mind actually believes it's helping you. That's the fucking irony. Your mind actually thinks it's doing right by you, because your mind itself only has one job, and that's to make sure that you stay alive. So when you start to change and hang out with someone like me and start to invest in yourself and grow and expand, your mind is like, danger, 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 potential threat. She might die. Holy shit, get her to stop. Right? And that's where resistance comes in, and self-doubt comes in, and limiting thoughts come in. Are you guys with me? Okay. Ashley, yes, your body aches. Yes, oh, Joanna, procrastination is major, major resistance. Tony, working excessively. Yes, if you work excessively, then you don't have time to show up, to do all the things you want to do, to get back to that spirit and soul that you were referencing before, that you miss so much, right? Yes, Stacy, resistance. You used to think your gut was talking to me, and it was the opposite, all resistance. Yes, haven't done your nails in 8 weeks. You're going to do your nails today, okay? Okay. Luciana, I want the Wonder Woman to come out of me. It will. It will. You guys are all on your way. You started. The choice experiment was the first door that I opened to say, psst, there's a better way. And now you're here. So continue to be here. Show up and do the work. When you feel the resistance, now you know, oh, okay. So and this is basically resistance. Anything about you, internal or external, that attempts to stop you from showing up to do the work of you is resistance. Okay, are we clear on that? I think that came out articulately, right? Anything, physical ailments, disempowering thoughts, busyness in your schedule, other things that you're going to choose to do instead, all of that are forms of resistance that are happening because you are starting to move into the unknown. You're starting to access parts of you that you didn't know existed. You're starting to use muscles and work skills that you've never used before. And all of that to your mind means unfamiliar. And as soon as something unfamiliar happens, your mind will always perceive it as a potential threat, because your mind needs to make sure that you're not going to die from this. And I promise you, of the thousands of students I've served over several countries, nobody has ever died from personal growth. I can say that with confidence. Okay? Okay. All right. Yes, Brenna, exactly. Oh my God, you're either going up the escalator or down. There's no standstill. Exactly. Exactly. Yes, Meg, true personal responsibility here. Okay, let's see. Radical personal responsibility. I'm not 100% honoring my enoughness when I worry what other people think. Yes. Yes, good job. I'm so proud of you. Yay. Yay for owning your shit. We give big points around here for owning your shit. When you can put your hand up and go, oh, listen to what I just realized about what I did, right? Because when you take radical personal responsibility, that's when things can really change as well. And the connection there is, when you worry about what other people think, you are giving your power away to them. You are making their opinion of you more important than your opinion of you, and we don't play like that. Right? Right. Okay, good. Kelly, oh my God, the fear. I know you say to make fear your friend, but I have so much trouble understanding how to do that. I've got you. Just keep tracking with me. That's coming. Okay? Not in today's session, but right now, before you can move into really shifting your relationship with fear dramatically, understanding how your mind works, starting to believe and embrace that you're not your mind, and understanding how resistance connects to fear is essential. Because just like mind uses fear like it's undercover agent, fear uses resistance like it's undercover agent. So it's like, hey, resistance, can you go do something to her that's going to get her to stop? And literally, you listen to it because you haven't been taught this. nor would you have been anywhere else, because this science is like 30-ish years new, and that's why I'm on this earth. I'm on this earth to teach you how to master your human technology and how to honor your worth so you'll never question it again. Because everything you want comes out of two foundational things, and that is honoring your worth and running your mind. And once you nail those, and not nail as in you're done, because you're never done, but once you start to be on your road of self-mastery in those two capacities, you are unstoppable and untouchable. Okay? Okay. Let's see. Kylie, I don't like waking up in the mornings, but I've been working on waking up earlier every day. Sometimes when my alarm goes off, my body feels heavy and I feel like I need to go back to sleep. I fought it this morning and stayed up. Okay, why do you need to wake up earlier? Why is that important? Why is that a thing? Just checking in, because I don't know, some people you wake up, or why? Because somebody told you that you need to for peak performance or something? I'm just curious why you're doing that. Rhonda, you're a champion warrior. Well, you will be if you keep wearing that badge of honor. So stop. Stacy, mind magic is like putting on the corrective lenses you didn't know you needed. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Totally. Hi Sabina, how are you? I'm so glad you caught me live. Susie, wow, thank you so much. Now I really understand what's happening. Yes, yes, yes. Good. Through this program, I continue to improve daily, both physically and mentally. Yes. This is only the beginning. The depth of the work hasn't even started. Okay? Okay, so now you get it. So now you understand your I am enouging all over the place. And you are going to see it and read it and connect to it every day. And now you understand what resistance is. So the ailments, the resistance, the I don't want to, the I'm too busy, the let me work a little bit longer, let me prioritize everything else but myself. No, that's just resistance. And either your mind wins or your life wins. You don't get both. So you're going to live on the track of, oh yeah, I'm going to create my life. I am the being that is in charge. I am the director. I am going to create this epic vision in column 3, and I am going to learn how to be in alignment with that. So let's move to the final piece of your work for the rest of today. And actually, and this is really beautiful because we have a weekend here, right? So our next session is Monday, which gives you space and time to really work the work I'm about to give you. And I'm available throughout the weekend. We're in this together so that I can really serve you and help you, because this is where the tables really start to turn. This is where you are going to dig into an honesty about the way that you think and see the world that might make you a little nauseous. I know it does for me when I have to dig deep and admit, like, oh, fuck, that's what I was thinking? Ugh. Right? But it's all good because you meet yourself with compassion, which I'm going to do a separate bonus live just for this group about, okay? What self-compassion actually is and how to practice it. You meet yourself with compassion, and then you go, yeah, I want to be different or feel different. I'm going to get really honest, because the way you think about something is your paradigm, right? The collection of thoughts is the way you see the world. It's the lens through your prescription. And we need to figure out what's stopping you from actually living in column 3. And that's where our work goes today, okay? So, oh, I'm sorry. Let me do one more thing. I told you I'd give you a little quick process for your resistance. So let me just tell you, like, it's just a little fun 3-step way to move through it. So when you acknowledge and notice that you're having resistance along this journey together, right? You'll notice it in your body. You'll notice it because you're like, oh, we're on day 3. I didn't even do day 2, right? Or something, okay? I'm going to answer all your questions in a little bit. I want to stay on track, but I won't get off until I scroll through. When you notice you are not doing the work, that means you're in resistance. And you're going to notice it, and this is your 3 steps. You're going to notice and acknowledge it. You're simply going to go, okay, interesting that I have a stomach ache right now. Interesting that I have a headache. Interesting that I've, done the laundry and reorganized my pantry and gotten on the phone and done 12 other things except do the choice work that I want to do. So you notice it. That's step 1. Step 2, you meet yourself with self-compassion. And you go, it's okay. Remember why you're doing this. Remember that you get to create the way the rest of your life looks and feels. Do you want to stay feeling how you're feeling right now? No. So recommit. Right? That's what it looks like. Acknowledge the resistance / notice it. Meet yourself with self-compassion. right? Self-compassion is you being gentle and kind and loving to yourself, and then recommit. That's the 3-step process for resistance, okay? Acknowledge, self-compassion, recommitment, and then go right back into what you were doing, okay? Are you with me? Oh, wait, give me some loving, give me some something. Some keys or smiles or whatever you want to do in the comments. Okay, I'm just going to wait. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Okay, I'm waiting. Thank you. Give me a little something. Good, good, good. Okay, so now there's only one column left to play in. What column might it be? Yes. Holly, always need a good strategy. Isn't that what we always think? We really have it within us, but I feel you, sister. Okay. Column 2. That's what column is left, right? Here's your assessment. We did this on session 1. We did this on session 3. And today and throughout the weekend, and catching up, you are playing in column 2. So, what is the magic of column 2? At the top, you are going to write, what's stopping me? Why isn't this possible? What's stopping me? Why isn't this possible? And the work of column 2 is to actually start to see the way you think and see the world. So what you're doing, column 2 is in relation to column 3. So you're going to look at, let's say, Holly, I'm going to go back to you for a second because you had dropped in a really great present state moment of column 3, right? And it was about you are present and light and really enjoying the boys, and they notice it, right? Your children, okay? So what you guys are going to do is you are going to be checking out and digging deep on what's stopping me from that being the truth. What's stopping me from that being my reality? Why isn't it possible for column 3 to happen? Are you guys with me? So you're ultimately and here's the thing. Yes, you could write the answer to all of that as me, right? Which we know because we already know and acknowledge that you're the problem, okay? I'm my own problem, you're your own problem. That is the way it is. We are also our own solutions. What we're really keening in on is, what is it in your belief system, in the current way that you think and see the world, that is blocking you from why you're not already in column 3? Right? Why aren't you living in the reality of column 3? What's stopping you? Why isn't that who you are right now? Okay, Kelsey, almost feels like a trick question. I am the reason column 3 isn't a reality. Yes, you are the reason, like I said, but why? Dig in. What is stopping you from making column 3 a reality? If this is about business, and in column 3 you have a thriving business, you might write, well, I don't know how, right? You might write, oh, well, I don't have the time. I don't have the money. Okay, so let's play a little bit. Somebody drop something in and dig in. Let's get vulnerable. What is it that is stopping you from making what you want a reality? And I'm going to give you a hack for this. Right? Yeah, your mind is lying to you, but you're listening to it. Right? And even you, Ashley, lacking the beliefs, not deep enough. Specifically, what are you currently believing and thinking that's going to stop you from making that a reality? Okay? So write it all down. Good, Valerie, negative self-talk. What does it sound like? And when you think negative self-talk, what is it that you are looking for in column 3, right? Good, here we go. I don't know what to do. Perfect, exactly. You guys are doing it great. I don't trust myself. Awesome, awesome. So this is what I want you to do. And I promise you, this little box is not going to be enough space for this. I want you guys to open up, to really start to see the way that you think. Good, Raybeth, fear, and go deeper in that. Fear of what? Right? I want you to move through. Good, you guys are amazing. Keep dropping it. Let's go. Let's be honest. Let's see your limitations so that you can blow past them. I don't have the time. I don't have the money. I'm afraid to struggle. Great. Not smart enough. Not deserving. Keep going. You guys are doing an incredible job. I don't have time is a big phrase in my world. All right? Our session 5 on Wednesday, I'm going to do some powerful work with you guys on language. But if you haven't noticed thus far, I'm a maniac about language because your language is a directive to create your reality and it gives me a direct insight on what you really think. Right? So if you're walking around going, I don't have time, I don't have time, I don't have time, you'll never have time. Ever. Because the truth is, you have plenty of time. Time management is bullshit. The paradigm that we live in is priority management. No one manages time. You have enough time to do everything that's important to you. You have enough time to do everything that's a priority. Hey, Joan, overwhelmed by current commitments. Interesting. That's going to be a good one to delve into because do you need those commitments? Are those your commitments? Are they in alignment with the big vision? How much are you saying yes to where you really need to be saying no? Right? I'm not smart enough. Afraid of rejection. Fear of failure. Fear of success. Fear of failure. Fear of rejection. Thoughts that I need to know or have this before I can get to where I want to go. You guys are incredible. So we're going to pause here because this is phenomenal. Oh, Meg, terrible at decisions. Question myself always. Feel like I need to do a special live about that. Joan, don't say no to my clients. This is great. This is great. And what stops you from saying no? Let's just play for a sec. What stops you from saying no? And from having healthy, magnificent boundaries, which is also part of the ongoing work that we get to do, right? Okay, so as you guys are responding to me, this is the gold. So even right now, just this tiny moment in time, as you're sitting here watching your peers and your community members share the vulnerabilities and the truths about what goes on in between their heads, right? Can you see and get a glimpse of how creating the epicness, the limitlessness of all the things you want in column 3 will be nearly impossible with a mindset that sounds like, I don't have time, I'm not smart enough, I don't trust myself, I treat myself like shit, I don't know what to do, I don't have the money, I don't think I deserve that, I might fail, I might succeed, I might be rejected, I can't say no, I'm terrible at decisions, I'm unsure of myself. I want you to respond to me right now in either, oh my God, hell yes, or a lot of emojis, overthinking everything. Good, Kelly, you see it all coming together now. With mindsets and paradigms and thought processes and beliefs like the ones you guys have shared, isn't it crystal clear as to why we struggle to create the realities that we want? What's stopping us from living and breathing and embodying what's really, really in our heart's the deepest desires in column 3? I don't think I can. Who am I to be that successful? What if they don't like me? Right? These are all things that happen in between your ears. And everything in our life has an origin of thought. Right? Hell yes. Yes, yes, yes. Good. Give it to me. Fuck yes. Yep, keep going. Right? Do you get it? Because especially, it's even more impactful when you're listening to me read it back to you. Because it's like, wait a second. How can I possibly create the epicness that is possible, that is my truth, that is exactly what I deserve with this totally out of alignment, disempowering belief system and programming that I'm accepting? Right? Right, Sabina, not the right moment. Time, exactly. Yes, crystal clear. Can I have a mind transplant? Yes, you can, and you're going to do the work yourself. I will lead you. I will coach you. I will teach you. You will do the work. Joan, I love that. Yes! Caps. Really long, right? Right? It's absolutely true. Yes! Ashley, Mind Magic. You guys get ready. Mind Magic is going to come. Enrollment's going to open on Wednesday. I will give you the details before the enrollment even opens. And the first 10 people who sign up and pay in full, by the way, get a private session with me, which I don't do anymore. So that's really important to know. All right? So this is where the work begins. So your assignment is, and this is the hack. This is how you find out all your personal limiting shit that's stopping you, right? You read what you proclaim in column 3, right? Like you read it out loud. So you read your present. There's also a reason why I had you do column 3 in present statement, right? Because it's happening now, okay? So let's say, I gave my example here, hold on. Okay. Let's say your statement in business and career for column 3 was, my business is thriving and I've just booked a huge speaking gig. Let's say that's it, right? Here's the hack. So you read what you wrote, just like that, and then you listen. You listen for all of the shit your mind tells you. And it's going to be unsupportive and not congruent. And that's what we want to find, right? So again, we go back to session 1, experimenter's mindset, curious, open, wondrous, no judgment, no attachment. You just want the data. You want the feedback. You want to find the golden nuggets of the way that you think that make you so nauseous that you're like, oh my God, I kind of don't want to share this in our group, but I'm totally going to because it's the only way that I can change how I think. Are you with me? Are you with me? So you literally look at what you wrote in column 3, or you finish your column 3 and then you do it and you go, my business is thriving and I just booked a huge speaking gig. And then you'll start to hear things like, no, you didn't. That's not really going to happen. That kind of success isn't possible for you. You're a fraud. You'll start to hear that, right? Let's use another example. My partner and I are so connected. I love our date nights. My partner and I are so connected. I love our date nights. And then you'll hear things like, you don't have time for date nights. Ugh, he just keeps pissing you off anyway. Is this marriage ever going to last? Who are you to really think that you can have it all? Are you seeing this? This is like what happens, right? So you say, that's why column 3 must be done first. You do it, you complete it in the present tense statement. And then when you're doing the work today through the weekend of column 2, which is, again, get a journal, get a big ass piece of paper because you're going to need it, and go through everything that you're claiming in this vision that you are going to create and call in. And read it, and close your eyes. It helps. Read it, close your eyes, and just listen. Write that shit down. That's all you have to do. That's it. We're not even doing anything else with that. We still have session 4 coming on Monday, right? But I need you guys to do this actual work so session 4 can be massively monumental for your life, your business, your relationships, for how you feel, for all of it. Okay, so I'm going to pause. Do you have any questions on exactly what the work is for today? Let me know. I'm just going to hang tight. Sabina, our negative self-talk, I have this all the time. You used to have this all the time. And if you want to change it, you can and you will. So do you guys get it? Are there any other questions to what that direct assignment is and how to do it? So essentially, your 2 additions to our work. This is session 3 of choice. You're going to write I am enough on all your mirrors, right? Oh, Joan, I'm going to get a big ass piece of paper to write this shit down. You know it, girl. You know it. Do it, do it, do it. It's going to be amazing. Right? Again, you're entering into more discomfort. You guys learned what resistance was today. You now have a little 3-step process to help yourself get right back into the commitment of this epic work, because everything you want is on the other side of this, right? Yes, good. No questions here. Ready to dig in. This is where the fun lives, you guys. You're going to love this, love this, love this, okay? So you're going to do your I am enough on the mirrors. You are going to notice when you're in resistance, and you are going to meet yourself with compassion and recommit, and you are going to dig into finding in column 2, what is currently stopping me? Why isn't this reality possible? All in relation to what you claimed in the present tense of column 3. And so ultimately you will land with little lists or sections of everything that your mind is offering you that is not supportive and congruent to making 3 your actual reality. How amazing is this? Right? I know. It's super exciting. And in terms of engagement, okay, so yes, another prize is going to come. Engagement is not just about frequency. Engagement is about engagement, sharing your ahas, opening yourself up, showing up vulnerably, noticing things, posting your actual work as well, right? So show up. I want to see your I am enoughs all over your mirror. I want you to come on and go, holy shit, I was doing column 2 work. Look at this disempowering string of thoughts I was thinking, right? Like, go there, that boldness, that vulnerability. And yeah, I'm rewarding you for it, because when you get to practice this skill and this muscle of showing up big and being vulnerable, and not censoring yourself and sharing the truth, not only do you have exponential quantum growth for yourself, you start to give permission to everybody else in the community to do the same. And that's how we show up and show up and show up. Okay? I'm super pumped. This is going to be epic, and I'm around. 2 other things. Susie just asked, where can I see the first 2 sessions? In the announcements section of our Facebook group. The first session replay is there with a big image, and the second session replay is there with a big image. And I'll make sure to mark this live as an announcement, and it'll be there too. So everything you need sits in the announcements section of this group. In addition, every replay and growth work assignment, and actually in the email you get, this assignment is spelt out, and there are bullets that come into your email that tell you exactly what to do. So check your email, because on the bottom, like day 2 said, did you miss day 1? And the replay was on the bottom. Today it'll say, here's session 3. Did you miss day 1 and 2? Click here. You are getting everything you need. Look for it, pay attention to it. If you have any issues, email hello@thelitfactor.com, and the team will help you out, and you'll get everything you need. Okay? So I think that sums up today. I'm super pumped. One more thing. I am going to come on and do a special bonus live for you guys just in this group on self-compassion. It'll be tomorrow sometime. I don't know when, but I will give you a heads up and let you know what time it will be. So I'm super pumped. You are enough. You always have been, and you always will be. Love that resistance and recommit so you can have, be, feel, do, and create everything you want. And let's find all of the limiting shit that is floating around in between your ears that is stopping you from fully living in alignment with column 3. Welcome to the rest of your life, magnificent, worthy humans. Mwah. Talk to you later. Bye.